So I just closed on my very first wholesale deal yesterday. Now, it it wasn't a lot of money. It was only about $1,000 profit. However, I am also getting back the 2,500 that I put in. Yes, I put $2,500 into this property so I could get $1,000 back. It's been 2 months. It's been 2 months since I got this under contract. It's been stressful. This has been very, very difficult. There's no buyers. I could not find any buyers for this property except for this one dude because it was two lots, and there was a creek running through it, and it was in a flood zone. So nobody wanted to buy it, and I didn't realize that once I put $2,000 down, got it under contract. That was a mistake, but either way, I struggled trying to find a buyer except for one guy who told me that he just needed a property to get under his name so that way more banks would lend to him so that way he could start developing more. So that was my only shot. And it took a long time, but I had to renegotiate the contract, drop it down about $10,000 off the original, drop the an additional lot and only have the one. A lot of arguments, negotiations. It's been hard, all for $1,000 of profit. I will be getting a check for 3,500, which that'll be nice to have a fat check like that. This has been a long journey for me. It's been over 2 years since I first started to get into wholesaling. I started when I was 16 years old, went to a networking event, saw and met these incredible people who were doing incredible things. And at that time, I'm only 16 years old, but I just instantly believed that it was possible. And throughout the course of the past 2 years, I've been on and off with it, trying it, then quitting, then trying, then quitting. However, one thing I've never done was give up, right? I might have, kind of took my foot off the gas every now and then, but I never gave up on it. And I know to the people watching, $1,000 doesn't seem like that much money, but when you've been attempting something and you've been trying so hard for the past 2 years just to get $1,000 check, it's special. It's a special moment for me. It's a big accomplishment, and it's only up from here, right? At least now I have a baseline because pretty much anything above $1,000 now is an accomplishment. Right. Well, I'm done with residential though, so I'm sticking to commercial. So this was kind of just one that I've had under my belt, and then as I've transitioned into commercial real estate, I'm starting to find a couple of these, and I'm starting to find a couple properties that I might be able to get under contract and hopefully make a lot more than $1,000. But either way, it was a risky deal to begin with. There was a lot of risk that went into it. And ultimately, it did pay off. I got my money back. But if I didn't close, I would have lost $2,500. Now, I posted a video when I first got down here where I even said, this is all of my money. That was all of my money at that time. I'm not kidding you. I had maybe $2,000, $3,000 in my bank account, and I put it all down on this property. And I cannot emphasize this enough. You have to take risks. You have to take risks if you want to succeed. Because even if this failed, it would have been a lesson for me. And even though I didn't fail at it, and at least I got something back out of it, I never would have gotten anything if I just passed it up. It would have been very easy for me to just say, this is risky, forget about it. And granted, it probably would have saved me a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. But when you take risks like that over and over and over again, you're going to fail. Yeah, I promise you that you're going to fail. You're going to lose every once in a while. It's bound to happen if you're taking large risks, if you're doing risky things. However, when it does pay off and when it does work, every now and then, you'll hit big. You'll get a big payout. Everything will pay off. And all it takes is one big payout to recover all the previous losses that you've made. So that's kind of been my mindset this whole journey. I've spent a lot of money on mentorships and courses and putting money down on properties. I've lost $2,000 before on another property about 2 years ago when I first started getting into wholesaling. I put $2,000 down and lost it because it was a very similar deal. I couldn't find a buyer. But you have to keep taking risks. You have to take risks if you want to see any sort if you want to see any sort of success, if you play it safe, it's not going to fall in your lap. You have to spot opportunity. There's no such thing as luck. Luck is created. It's created. Luck is opportunity. And the only way you get lucky, or the only way you find those opportunities, is by putting in the work over and over and over and over and over. If you fail, do it again. If you fail, then do it again. Right? That whole thing. No results, work, no results, but I'm a little bit better. Work, no results, but I'm a little bit better. And you keep doing that over and over and over until one day, work, bang, you're set for life. And now that ball is rolling, it's rolling down the hill, you got so much momentum, and then from there, it's 10 times easier and you're gonna see so much more success. But you have to push through that first initial step, that first initial phase of where it's painful. It's the grind. That's why people call it the grind, because it sucks. It's hard. You have to get that ball up that hill, and then once it starts rolling, it's all gonna compound. It's all gonna start going a lot faster. Okay, I'm still pushing it up the hill. I am. But if one of these commercial deals, if I can get them under contract and I can close on it, that ball is gonna be flying down that hill. Because once you get that momentum, you're unstoppable. If you keep that same mindset that you've had during that grinding process and you apply it to once you have that momentum, it all compounds, and then now you have a successful life. Now you're happy, now you've achieved everything that you've wanted. But that's when you just keep setting your goals higher and keep chasing more.